There are specific places for specific work. We have heard this term a lot of time, and believe me, this is very true. And if you go to your day to day life, you will see the examples of it. You will see you have a bedroom to sleep, you will see you have a dining hall to eat, you will see you have a kitchen to cook. Then why don't you have a specific place for your day to day online teaching work? Yes, today's topic is all about setting up your online teaching studio at your home. So, if you are interested in it, stay tuned till the end of this video. And at the end, we are going to share with you three specific hacks that can literally change the game of online teaching for you. So, stay tuned. Let's start with the most important part of the video. Can you guess which part it is? You might think it's the video, but actually it's little bit opposite of what you are thinking. It's the audio of your setup. Audio is the most crucial part of your setup. A bad video quality is bearable, but a bad audio quality, that's irritating. And believe me when I say a bad audio quality is irritating, if this video won't sound this good, even if I had a lot of fancy things up here, you won't listen to this video. And that's the most important part. Audio is the prime feature of your whole online teaching setup. So, what should you do to make your audio sound top notch? Here are three main steps. Step number one, a good microphone. Microphones are of different types, but the three most important microphones you should keep in mind are cardioid microphone, omnichannel microphone, and dynamic microphones. These are the three most important kinds used in the day-to-day video production. Now the question arises, which one should you choose? Because that is the most important. You cannot buy all the three and keep it at your place. You should go for cardioid petard microphone because that is one of the most efficient kind of microphone for a home studio setup. In a home studio setup, this polar petard only catches the waves that are coming from the side of the speaker. So that gives you a much better depth, clarity, and much richer sound quality. So this is the kind of microphone you should go for. Now, you want my suggestions? There is a link in the description. You just have to click on the link, access the document, and there are my list of microphones that you can buy. All my favorite microphones, starting from a budget range to the top end variations, and which one I am using, all are mentioned up there. You can choose from any one of them. Let's move to the next point. Soundproofing. Soundproofing is one of the most important things that you need to understand. If you are sitting in an empty room and you try to shoot your videos, echoes and all those things will just kill your audio even if you have a good microphone. So treating your room with soundproofing is very important. This studio sounds this good because it is sound treated, and that's where you need to understand that soundproofing is important. Now, how to do soundproofing for your room? It's very easy. Don't keep your room very empty. This is the first most important step. Two, use some carpets and all in your room to treat your room for sound. Use sound trappers which you can buy at Amazon, which are very cheap. I'm not going to give you any recommendation for them, but you can choose any one of them. All of them works exactly the same. And the fourth, use some kind of software. You can use multiple kinds of software. There are a ton of options starting from RTX voice to crisp AI and more, which will help you to reduce all the noise and buzz around you. And these are the things you should do to achieve a great sounding studio. Now let's move to the last point. This point is all about editing your audio out. Your audio wouldn't sound as good if you have a budget microphone right out of the recording. So you need to do a little bit of tweaking and editing the video. But if you have bought a great microphone like this one, you don't have to do audio editing, or very minimal audio editing is good enough to go for any online teaching classes. And if you want to learn basic audio editing, I will link to some resources in the description. This will help you massively in improving your audio. Let's talk about the next most important part, the video. I'm not going to share with you all those fancy things that buy this camera, it will improve your quality and all. I will help you to understand how to improve your video at a budget, and how even if you have a great budget, you don't have to spend it on the video. It is okay with like normal cameras and all. You can make great videos. I'm going to give you proper actionable items that can massively improve the quality of your video. So the first important step, you guessed it right, have a decent camera. It is not required to have a 4K, 8K, XYZ camera. You can have a good phone, transform it into a webcam, and you are good to go. You can have a decent webcam, 1080p or more, and you are good to go. You can have a entry level mirrorless camera, and you are good to go. And if you have the money, you can buy anything you want. So there is no suggestions about camera, but yes, I will suggest my top favorite cameras in different price segments, and I will share that on that doc below. So go check out the document where you can find all the suggestions. So have a decent camera, that one you got it. Now let's move to the second part, which is very important. So pay attention. The most important part of your video is structuring the video. Having a script, having a structure, having a flow to the video is the key feature of your video. If your video doesn't have the flow or it doesn't have the structure, people are going to lose attention, move away from the video, and at the end you fail up there. So the biggest thing you should understand is the structure. So how to structure a video? It is very simple. Understand the engagement graph. While writing the video script, understand where people can drop your engagement, where they should be hooked, and understand what is the most important pain point of your audience and how you can help them to improve it. If you collectively use all of this and put it in your script, all these magic sauces are going to make your dish of video top notch. Now the next part is selecting the mode. You should select on which mode you are going to shoot the video. Is it going to be live or recorded? You need to understand that, because if it is going to be recorded, you treat it very differently. You pre-plan everything, you know what you are going to, and you have a chance of editing it out. So there is a huge possibility of making millions of mistakes and still no one sees that. But on the other hand, there is the live option of video. In the live option, you don't have all those flexibility. You have one chance to plan your storyline, craft your structure, create that script, and you go. Whatever mistakes you make, whatever questions comes in, all those things you tackle up live, and all the mistakes that you make will remain with the audience. So if I was an online teacher, what would I do? Should I choose recorded video or live? I will do both. I will make a hybrid structure where there are recorded videos and a live, and togetherly combined I would build my learning experience. That is the safest play you can do and get best of both worlds. So this is my suggestion in terms of choosing the medium. But it totally depends upon you. If you are good with doing lives, you can go ahead with it. If you're good with making recorded videos, go ahead with it. Both of the things work well and combination works better. So the fourth point is having a good lighting conditions for your video. While filming a video, we think having a good camera, good audio, all these things are good enough. But without a good lighting situation, your video will never perform well. You don't believe me? Just check it right away. Right now, if you can see, I have off one of my light and this area of me is totally blank. And if I off one more light, I would go blank dark. And that's where, if you see the lightings, if you don't put it properly, it will just not look well. So to look well in your videos, you need to have a well lighting structure. I have two key lights up here, the camera is in front, the mic is up here, and this small setup will just give me a good quality video. I don't have to do anything fancy, I don't have to buy expensive lights and all. But without having the knowledge of at least basic lighting, my videos won't look any good. So this is very important that you understand the concept of basic lighting. Let's move to the most important part, that is your setup. Engine that runs all these things. If you have a good microphone, good cam, but where would you plug them in and run? That's your system where you need to put it in. By setup, what I was willing to mean is the PC or the machine you are going to use to run all your hardwares and softwares to stream your online learning courses. And this is very important. Having a good setup will just ease up your process a lot. So what are the three key points that you should take before buying the system that is going to power all your work? Number one, you should check the requirements of the softwares that you are going to use. The next step is check the online reviews of those products. Check the videos, check the blogs, everything. Just go and check them upfront, people using them and reviewing them. So you should always look up to people who are experienced and always doing reviews of such products, and from them you should take the suggestion. So always use the internet to get the reviews of the product you are going to buy. And the third most important thing is try to use more and more cloud-based software so that it is very less taxing on your PC, and that's how you can improve your productivity. The last point, space building. Hey, don't worry, we are not Elon Musk, we are not going to go to space or something. So what I mean by space building is having a place like this. This is the place where I work day in and day out, and I structure it like an office. So this is what I mean by space building, having a space that is structured for your specific work. Now, setting up a space doesn't need to be fancy. You can be as simple as having a room sitting up there. But if you add these three things, that is going to help you a lot in enhancing the productivity. Number one, mood of the space. If you see the background, that is written for my mindset. Whenever I feel low, whenever I do something, mistakes and all, I just move to that, and I understand that getting success is a process and we need to follow it. So that is the personality or the mood I want in this room. So setting the mood up of your space is very helpful. If you do that, you are going to increase your productivity by a lot. Then setting up no disturb zone. So when are you up here, no one should disturb you or call you for things, and they will always understand that this is a place where he does some serious things and I shouldn't interfere at that place. So this no disturb zone creation is very important. And the third most important point is making it comfortable. You should be very comfortable at this place where you have everything set up for you. Everything you need for work is up here in this room. You don't have to run here and there. All the things are easy enough for you to sit at this place and start creating. So these are the things that you need to do to make a awesome home studio. See you up in the next video. Hey, wait, I promised something, that I'm going to give you something at the end. I remember my promise. Here are the three most important hacks that you can use to grow your online teaching career. So the first hack, ditch all those old presentations, Google Slides and all those crappy presentations. Ditch them up and go to a new platform called as pitch.com. It's absolutely free, gives you super fun presentations to make for your students. So make sure to check out pitch.com. That is going to help you to get rid of those boring PPTs. Now, the next most important hack is building a learning environment. Why do you think edtech startup like Byju's, Vedantu or Scalar, these guys are very successful? They have a learning environment in place. A learning environment helps to build up a study structure, connect all the people and set the mood for learning at your place, and builds the community of the students and connect them up with a bond to your brand. These are the things that a learning environment do, and that what separates this big edtech giants from all the players up here. So this is hack number 2. And if you want to learn more about learning environment, you can say in the comments, I want to learn more, and we will create videos about learning environment. Let's move to the third hack that is going to help you to skyrocket your content, is understanding the right mix of mass content and right content. And if you want to learn more about how to create mass content and right content, we have done a webinar few days ago, and you can check out that webinar on edisonos.com/events, which is there in the description. So go and check out that webinar, because that is packed with knowledge and how you can scale your business without running a single penny of ads. So these are the 3 hacks that I have given you. Make sure you use all of them, and if you use them properly, it will help you to scale your business to next level. Make sure you like this video to motivate us, and if you love the content that we are delivering, you should hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video. Until then, use the resources and keep growing.